Hi all and welcome back. We'll start our next session with Chennai chapter, which is on Agile and Self-Healing Maturity by Lakshmi Narasimhan Anantaraman. He's a delivery director at Virtusa. But before moving on to the session, I would like to thank our founding sponsor, Innovation Roots. It is a leading consulting and training service provider helping organizations to achieve business agility and beyond. It is one of the leaders and pioneers of niche publishing services and well known for content collaboration with global thought leaders, authors, and creators. For more information, visit www.innovationroots.com. I would also like to thank our sponsor, Gile, which is a product offering from Tata Consultancy Services Limited. It is a purely a cloud-based enterprise agile planning tool along with DevOps capabilities. Enterprise can use Gile to adopt agile practices or scale across multiple Scrum and Kanban teams using enterprise scaling frameworks such as SAFe, Discipline Agile, Less, and more. You can try out Gile for free up to 20 users for 30 days by signing up at gile.io or reach out to us for any inquiries or exclusive product demo. Check out the Gile page on Agile Network India website for more information or visit www.gile.io. Here are some quick do's and don'ts for the participants. Join the event 5 minutes before the start time. Use high quality speakers or headphones for better sound quality. Please keep your microphones muted and videos disabled as this may cause disturbance and bandwidth issue. Questions will be taken via the chat box. Please enter the questions in the chat box. At the end of the session, the facilitator or the moderator will help and read out a few questions to the speaker as per the time available. Please fill in the feedback forms after the event to help us understand more about the event management. We appreciate your cooperation. And without much making further delay, I request Manoj, who will be facilitating this session, to come on microphone and cam.
Thanks, Nisha.
Hi, Manoj.
All right. Hi. Good morning, everyone. My name is Manoj. I'll be the facilitator for the event. And today we'll be talking, Lakshmi Narasimhan will be presenting Agile and Self-Healing Maturity. He'll go over his experiences and learnings. The format of this session will be the first 30 to 40 minutes. He'll be presenting his thoughts. During this time, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. The last 10 to 15 minutes we'll reserve for the QA session. Over to you, Lakshmi. If you could come on camera and then you can share a screen.
Yeah, sure. Okay, a quick intro. So I'm working as an enterprise agile coach and a delivery director for Virtusa. I am pursuing ICF PCC and I have played release train engineer role in my previous assignment. And my passion is like I am a naturopath, and this I am doing kind of a free service during my weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So whatever disease you call like non-communicable disease to whatever it is, so we can able to heal. Our body is the doctor and food is the medicine. So so many allopathy doctors are also coming in this way. There are so many doctors in my WhatsApp group. So with this note, I'm just trying to do a kind of a comparative study on agile and self-healing comparative study. So the session objective is like, what are all the key mindset shift for both agile and self-healing we may require, and what are all the 5 stages of Scrum and self-healing maturity. The 5 stages we will be seeing it, and what are all the modern trends in agile with a case study, and the same with the self-healing case study. What are all the key takeaways for both agile and self-healing? So with that note, I will move to that. The first thing, like key mindset shift for agile and self-healing. So there are, I have listed like knowing, being, doing, knowing, doing, being, sustaining, and self-sustaining. So there are 5 levels of maturity. So you can call it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maturity level at agile, right? So we may know 100 things. Out of the 100 things, we may do 30 or 40 things. Out of the 30 or 40 things we are doing, we may only be at that state, maybe for 4 or 5 things, or even maybe few more for others. And how many of being state, maybe 5 or 6, how many of them we are sustaining, And self-sustaining is the highest maturity level, which require a lot of coaching, and that we will talk it in detail. So, so in the first stage, the acceptance. So acceptance is very key for both agile and self-healing. So are we accepting our relationship, especially with the spouse? No, right? Even in relationship. So what we are doing, we are throwing our ego to them. So if you throw how much our ego on top, it will come and hit you, right? So acceptance will keep you emotionally tranquil. Non-acceptance will create those emotional agitation within you. When something is happening or about to happen, not the way I want, and I accept it, it becomes tolerance, and I don't accept it, it becomes anger. What is fear? When I don't know what I am facing, when I don't know what I am going to come next, this facing uncertainty causes fear. That's it. When somebody goes trekking in Himalayas, there also they face uncertainty. When somebody gets into whitewater rafting or do any activity in theme park, there also they face uncertainty. There we are not calling it as fear, we are calling it as adventure. Listen, if we accept the uncertainty, we are calling it as adventure. If we are not able to accept the uncertainty, we are calling it as fear. What is jealous? When somebody has produced the result, we are not able to produce and we are not able to accept it, it becomes jealous. When you are able to accept it, it becomes inspiration. So when you inspire, we study their life and we get to know it is humanly possible. Somebody has hurt you. If you are not able to accept it, it becomes hatred. Somebody has hurt you. If you are able to accept it, it becomes takeaway suggestion and guidance. So something which is handled with acceptance is positive equation of life. Something which is handled with non-acceptance is negative equation of life. So with this, it's a huge emotional intelligence subject. I'm just doing in my ICF PCC, that life coaching and executive coaching courses. So just to compare quickly on Agile, Agile means like fast failure acceptance. So our business team and technology team, especially business team, is telling our technology team, hey, you have to follow Agile. Is the business team is having that mindset of accepting fast failure? If so, if not, then it's a complete collapse project. If business team and technology team is not having that mindset of accepting failure. So comparing with human body, whatever we are accepting, like in the media, whatever we are seeing, whether we are positively accepting or negatively accepting, it is creating a biofeedback loop. Like I'll explain you. So whatever we are in the pandemic, whatever you are seeing in the media, whatever it is, like if you are really afraid of something, if you are fearing it, your immune system will be 50% down, and your oxygen level, your glucose level will be 50% down because of your fear. So what we need to do, we have to be in a positive way. That's what I'm striving for, the next one, positive attitude. So we'll quickly jump into the second behavioral changes or the mindset changes. So I will explain in a quick story, kind of, right? So two students are there. Both of them were praying God. First student is asking, hey God, please pass me in my exam so that I will get a nice gift from my father. Second student is asking, hey God, please don't fail me in my exam so that I will not get a nice gift from my father. This both prayer goes to the God. The first student is passing, second student is failing. You know what is the logic? This God or this prapanch or this nature will only observe or only listen the subject, right? Okay, just to prove you another example, like 2 years before, myself and my wife and my son, while we were crossing that corner, myself and my wife wanted my son to be staying with us, right? So internally we want him not to cross the road. So my wife immediately told, don't cross. So it is in English, but she did not tell it in English. If you transform in other languages or Hindi or any other language, the subject will come first. Cross mat karo in Hindi. So the moment he heard about that cross subject, he started crossing. Then I realized, I was telling to my wife, hey, what we required here? We wanted him to stay here. That's what we need to tell. We wanted him to stay here. So we have told him, stay here. Okay, so coming back to that healthy part, what we are doing here on the healthy part, we are praying God, hey God, please heal me my diabetic. Your diabetic will be increased. What we want good health. Okay, just to prove another example, like Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was, somebody was asking, hey Mother Teresa madam, can you come for an anti-terrorism movement? Mother Teresa madam was telling, hey, I am not going to come for this movement. That group was asking, hey, you are doing for peace. You are the master of peace. You are doing all those things. Yes, I can do. If you change the name to peace movement, I can come. The very word, what is that? Anti-terrorism movement. That is triggering negativity, so that she knows law of attraction. So what the subject you are pronouncing, that is what's seeding in you, right? So final one example I will tell you, because if we know this two, acceptance and positive, we can do anything in our life. So final one thing, there was a bridge in US they have constructed. The bridge name is Zero Accident Bridge. They have constructed it, and the team of 1,000 people wanted to celebrate in a sea. In the mid of the sea, all of the 1,000 people in the sea, they have shouted zero accident bridge, kind of in one voice. The bridge got collapsed. Sorry, that ship got collapsed and 500 people died. So that is what law of attraction. So what currently we are hearing in the media, all negativity. So just change it to positivity. So coming back to the third one, align collaboration and customer centricity. So the third mindset shift, I will explain one of my reals when I was playing a release train engineer role, the safe role in 2014-15 when I was playing an engagement manager for one of the USA customer. I played a release train engineer role. At that time it was completely in-house, like 170 people, big blank theory, like all sticky notes and all. Now it is all virtual. We are doing a lot of collaboration tools for this RT role, BA planning, all those things, right? So at that time, there were 150 people, 160 people in the train. There were around 14 to 20 teams. One of the team member, I was playing the RT role. One of the scrum master was coming and telling, hey Lakshmi, we cannot move this particular user story because that technical dependency we are not having it. They have decided, and they decided with the product owner, and they have moved it, because I am seeing the holistic picture, because I was playing the release train engineer role. So here I will stop it and I will tell you, the agile means what we are seeing, like the team is empowered, team is supreme. Because of this loophole, we are moving that user story and we are forgetting the customer who is funding that amount, who is funding for the budget, like the voice of the customer, right? So I was realizing at that moment, I just came up with the business sponsor meeting, and that business sponsor wanted that particular piece of work to be live in the next release. So I know that. So we cannot able to move that story also. So what I did, I called for a Scrum Masters meeting. I understood in the 7th or 8th team that technical skill availability was there. So how I technically solved it. So that technical available, and I asked that the 7th or 8th Scrum Master, whoever that team members available, what are all the story they are working on, very lesser priority. I asked them to move that story to the next sprint, because this is creating high priority, and have created an enabler epic, enabler user story in the architecture and runway, and thereby have solved this. This is a real case study we had shared with Scaled Agile Academy, and it is in their website. So this is how a collaboration and customer centricity are the align. I'm aligning with this mindset. Coming back to our mindset, what is collaboration and customer centricity for our body, right? So are we doing for root cause analysis, or are we treating for the symptoms, or are we doing root cause analysis? Say for example, somebody is drunk, their liver get affected, next day their eyes are red. What is the reason? There is a connection between your liver and eye. So whatever problem you are getting in your eye, if you boost your liver, your eyes will be reduced. That is what that collaboration and as a big picture, we have to see there are multiple things on this. In the interest of time, I'm just showing you few lights on the fourth mindset on the rising single voice. So we are not rising single voice because of that. Lot of backbiting, groupism, all those things it is happening within our project that we are realizing. So single voice means all the team members should align and it should be one voice. So what differently I have practiced is I let them make all the team members are valued. If you give this realization to the team member, all of them are valued. So we will see in the next slide how differently I have done. I will explain you. So if you give that realization, all of them are valued, then we will be 100% attaining yeah, the fourth level maturity. On the body part, what one single voice. So whatever chronic disease, whatever disease you may face, the single voice from our body is your indigestion and constipation, right? So if you uh, holistically fix your indigestion and constipation, your single voice from your bottom of your body is coming. It is signaling you this is what the problem. If you observe it and if you try fixing it naturally, you will be 100% cured. And on the fifth one, triggering continuous learning, wherever you are seeing as a problem, take it as an opportunity, come out of it, learn it. Maybe on the other front, work 20% of your, maybe 10 to 20% of your time on learning new skills, and on the natural things, definitely go for natural things. I'm not against for allopathy. You just go for when you are in the accident, at that time only you can go. Whenever, whatever 95% of non-communicable diseases, are you learning continuously on this thing, this mindset you have to have. So with this I will move to that 5 maturities level. So I have mapped with agile values. So we know that in the first level we have to on the agile front we have to train the team members on Scrum, Kanban, whatnot, right? So what differently I have done is I have created a trust. So this is one of the famous interview question I used to ask in my interviews. So how you will create trust within that team? It is not creating, a manager should create a one-on-one trust with others. How you can enable each and every team member trusting each other? So what differently all the coaches will do, they will have a chemistry session and they will have an icebreaker session and all those things. They will make them share their extracurricular activities, all those things. And so how differently I will do, there are multiple things I will just share one on all those levers. So normally I used to ask them, what is that one thing you liked in this world, one thing you wanted to change in this world, and with some activity and gamification, I will make that platform open to share each and every one on their idea. So once it is open, I will make them share. Once all of the team members are sharing, I will ensure whether all of them are actively listening. Active listening means like not that internal listening or focus listening. It's a global listening. Now you are talking me, you are seeing me, right? So it is not physically present, mentally absent. So your body language is 80% conveying something. So that listening they are making, that is a third thing. And then they are whatever others are sharing, they are making them think on it. And are they collaborating on that one activity or gamification? And let them solve it. Let them come on the conclusion, on the decision part. So this activity and gamification, I will like, so the very crust of this, respect the differences and prize the similarities. This is what we can enable openness and trust. We'll move to the second one. Second level is we are telling like we need cross-skilling people, we need all-rounders. That's what we normally see, right? So in order to create all-rounders, you as an agile coach or a team member, do you have the courage to transform yourself from the comfort zone? This is a very nice transformational journey from comfort zone to fear zone to learning zone to growth zone. There are multiple tools available, multiple assessment frameworks are available. So with that, what is, say for example, one guy is having an Informatica. How there is a data stage requirement from the project. Maybe are we making him aware of the data stage or some other ETL tool? Are we coming out from that comfort zone to fear zone? what are all the external pressures he may price. So there the coach role will be coming. So once he's come out of the fear zone, you will be having, he may be in the learning zone. So that's a new comfort zone for him. He will like that challenge, the third one. And the fourth one, it's a growth zone. He will contribute as an all-rounder. Then he will reset his scale. So that's what we are aligning courage here. And on the self-forming part, the self-forming means the scrum master's role is shifting, right? So it is not like scrum master only in the team. Anyone can play scrum master. That is the number 3 maturity level. Okay. So for this, what differently I have? So are we having respect, reward, recognition in your team? Just think through, all of you. Are you getting respect, reward? It may be not necessarily an appraisal or recognition, maybe some small thing. Are you getting it? Just think through. And if you are not there, as a team, you have to enable that. So what I differently did for this, right? So maybe in a team, there may be so many people having good things, 80% good things, 70% good things. But we as a leader, we may always strive for perfection. We will always try to tell, hey, you are 80% good. We will very tell very politely, and 20% you have to improve. That we will be telling. So rather than focusing on the negative point, if we focus only on the good thing, people will respect each other and you may get self-forming. That was I have realized in my previous experience, and definitely that whatever that negative percentage 20, 30, 40, they know it, right? So that is on the third one. Focus means empowered team. So empowered team means team can take decision. So what differently I have done here, right? We have okay, I will tell you a very quick story kind of thing. We all are going for a hill station trip from here to some hill station. We all are in a bus or a van. So what we will be doing while going in that bus, we will be jumping, joying, we will be playing music and whatnot. We will be enjoying it. But the destination where we are reaching, there is an announcement. You cannot enjoy in this place because some 144 or something had happened. You have to return back. What we will be doing? We will be coming in the same bus with lot of joy. What is happening here? The end. What we have decided, we have to go there to the tourist place and enjoy. Have we got the enjoyment there? No. During the travel, we have enjoyed it, right? That is the same thing we have to make in our team, in our roadmap, in our ceremonies, whatever the ways of working we are doing. We have to make that as a happy place. Definitely we will review. So once we do that, team will be delegating the work on themselves, and they will self-organize and they will do, they will take their decision. You will see productivity improve, you will see collaboration improve, you will see accountability, you will see team bondage, you will see quality, right? So these are all the things I can say on the fourth one. So fifth one, we will take it into the next slide. So I will compare quickly on the human body part. So I put the knowing openness, like don'ts and do's. So are you knowing fever is a disease or a problem? If you are seeing fever is a disease, sorry, please Google it or ask any doctor. Fever is not at all a disease. It's the highest healing process. I will tell you kind of a story. Your body is having so much of doctors in your body. Pituitary gland, thalamus, hypothalamus. There are so many glands in your body. If somebody in a dust place or somebody is cooking some spicy, there are some 30 dust goes inside your nose and it is in your lungs. So our pituitary gland will ask for a histamine. There is one more gland called histamine, that is called sneezing gland. The sneezing gland will ask, I need 100 miles per hour power and I need some water. This pituitary gland will approve it, and without this person knowing, you will do 4-5 sneezing and that 30 dust will come out of it. Is this a disease or it's a healing process? It's a healing process. But we are thinking, hey doctor, please cure my sneezing. We are going for the doctor, and that 30 dust will be suppressed. Now it is 300 dust. Body will not leave it. Body will trigger the second healing process called running nose. So in your home, if you are swiping it, if it is a small dust, if it is a very watery dust, what we will do? We will wipe it with some sticky thing, and we will take it outside or we will put it inside. If you take medicine for running nose, it is like you are putting that dust inside you. Okay, so if you take medicine for running nose, Now 3,000 dust will go inside your lungs, and body will do a third healing process called mucus. So in the interest of time, I'm just highlighting. If you take medicine for mucus, congestion, fifth one is fever, sixth one is pneumonia, seventh one is asthma, TB, cancer, and you can call it as all chronic diseases. So I will come to the second one, natural living skills. If you get a sneezing and running nose, are you knowing, just take 2 days leave, let the filth go naturally? Are you knowing that natural skills? Or if you having that fever, you are not at all taking any food, just fast for whatever. Hello, you are able to hear me? Some disturbance? Hello?
Yes, Lakshmi, we are able to hear you.
Okay, some disturbance I can see. Can you please mute others? Okay. So right. So are you knowing those natural skills? If not, please get that. And the third one is self-realizing. So self-realizing means if you are in a chronic stage, if you are having a lung issue or a wheezing, whatever it is, okay, are you knowing the waste removal process? So right now, this is what it is, gel neti. It's a nostril cleansing. Put some hot water and that natural salt, take the water outside, come like this. So it will cleanse your entire lung. Are you doing all this waste elimination process on the empowered body? Are you doing liver cleansing, kidney cleansing? We all, as an IT professional, we will do data cleansing, right? So are we doing, say for example, you are getting a kidney stone, you can remove naturally in 1 day or 1 week. If you go to a doctor, you will get lot of complication. Maybe I'm not against for allopathy doctors. So many allopathy doctors are in my group. They are all agreeing on that. That's what I'm saying here. Okay. So this is on the empowered body. So we'll move to the fifth maturity phases, agile and the self healing, maybe in the next slide. So this is very quickly I will explain in the interest of time. So a team is already empowered. We need to coach them to the next level, kind of an executive level. So I will take, there are many angles here. I will take one thing, conflict resolution. Okay. So how to handle conflict in a team? There is a oracle layer of 1 lakh layer in our mind. Just assume the first 30,000 is your conscious brain, bottom is your subconscious mind, and sorry, middle is your subconscious mind, and bottom is your superconscious mind. If I ask you a question, what is your breakfast yesterday or today morning, you can tell. If you ask a question, what was your dinner yesterday, you can tell, because these are all stored in your conscious mind. There is no problem with that record. If I ask you 10 years before, what was your breakfast, you cannot tell because it is temporary records. But if I show you one person, your hand will be tilted, your voice will be blabbering, your heart will be bumped. You will say, this person, this minute, this time, this second, he hurt me like anything. How can I forget that incident? Why you are telling day, time, second, everything? Because that is stored on your subconscious mind. So if I take all my records and put on your subconscious mind, you will behave like me. All the problems we are getting because of this subconscious mind record. So I will just narrate very quickly, maybe husband and wife compatibility. Why problem is we are getting in the husband and wife. If I relate that, you will get to know what is happening in the team. Then before marriage, both of them were half eyes closed and started seeing only positivity. After marriage, maybe till their third and 6 months, both of them were opening their eyes, widening their eyes, and started seeing only positive. Before that, they are seeing negativity. So their behavior will be changed after 6 months. One question a husband or wife will ask, a different answer he will get. First subconscious mind record goes. Same way to other person. Maybe after 6 to 1 year, there will be 100 records. After 1 year, a simple glass will be falling down from a table. Both of them were shouting like anything, not because of the glass is falling down, because there is no answer for the subconscious mind record. So in the interest of time, the same way it is happening in our team. How to remove subconscious mind record? I'll tell you one secret. There are multiple secrets. One secret. So the moment you are thinking about that worst incident, you are into your middle heart, that is on your subconscious mind frequency. when you are thinking about that incident, that record is going outside of you. What we are doing, we are thinking about that incident more. Hey, this person is like that, that person is always like that. We are keep on adding more records so that we are angry than yesterday. What we have to do, one step, when you are in this happy, also you are in the subconscious mind, sorrow or angry, what you have to do, just close your eyes, observe your top 3 goals, right? So this I have practiced, and so many teams also I have given, so many customers also I have bundled out, and they are practicing it as an executive coach. This one thing. And on the super conscious mind, it is intuition. We'll come to that, the second one on this self-healing. This is on agile, self-sustainable living. So we are the fifth maturity on our human body, right? So we are paying one tax to corporate called medical terrorist tax. How many of you may be knowing it? I'll tell you an example. The turmeric powder what we are using, it is not a pure turmeric, it is a chemical powder. So the paste whatever we are using, this is all our cancer induced bacteria prepared with lot of pesticides, right? So like in one word, if I want to, I would decide what the ingredients in my product what I am using rather than some corporate, right? So what I need to do, it's a huge project I am doing as a self-sustainable living. So many things you can create on your own, otherwise you will be distracted with so many things. So what I will suggest, rather than going for a turmeric powder, just take the turmeric stick and make it powder. Rather than using that paste, you use natural powder, natural tooth powder. That is, you can use tripla powder as a tooth powder. It will heal. Okay, it will come more in my final one. This is on the final maturity level. So now the third one is modern trends in agile. Like I will quickly click the time. Like okay, we have 7-8 minutes. Modern trends in agile. Okay, so we all are seeing agile is customer collaboration, individual interaction, all those things we are talking for last 20 plus years. What is the modern trend? Definitely we will do customer collaboration, but are we making our customer awesome? So I will explain with one Vola case study. Okay, and again, not a favorite for corporate. So in order to explain this principle, I'm just telling this, like Vola, what they did. So 15 years before, market leader was Fast Track. We all know, right? How this guy came, they have introduced free app to all others. So we all know the Vola story. What differently they have done, with competitive charges and on-time delivery, they made people awesome, right? Then how they have ensured safety and prerequisite. Initially when Fast Track was there, they were not at all doing, maybe a lady cannot travel, maybe with security, lot of bad incident happened. What this Vola did differently, they have enabled GPS people, so they have cared the safety of the customer. The third one, deliver value continuously. What they did, they have enabled video streaming and audio streaming. Experiment and learn rapidly. On that front, I will tell my personal experience with the same Ola or Uber, whatever it is. In 2014-15, while I was in an international airport from Mumbai to, I booked a cab for my guest town. I booked a Ola cab, and I got a at that time there is no, I mean, they used to call. So some other cab driver came. I went inside. After that, that Ola guy who called me, I understood, oh, it is my mistake, right? So I apologize for him. After me reaching to that my guest house, I called customer care. This is what happened. This is my experience. If you can do anything, you can do it. After 6 months, I have seen OTP feature is enabled. Right? So that is how this startup is experimenting and learning rapidly. I will quickly compare with DevOps principle here. So we all know continuous exploration, integration, CI/CD, and release on demand, right? So how they make people awesome with continuous exploration. Continuous exploration means research synthesis, user persona. Because in the interest of time, I'm just throwing all high-level words here. user persona, and competitor analysis. All these as an exploration they have done and made the people awesome with competitive app. How they have enabled safety and prerequisite? Like they have enabled GPS tracking with their continuous integrating that app, continuous integration. How they have valued continuously, like they have enabled audio streaming and video streaming and whatnot. So many things currently they are doing. That is on a continuous deployment perspective, really based on release on demand. So what is your customer requirement based on the need of the customer, based on the need they are experimenting and learning and release on demand. So quickly I will compare with the human well-being. So make people awesome. So who is your customer for you? If I ask in my classes and all, people will tell wife or customer and all. Something had happened. So who is your customer? Your body is your customer. So are you making awesome for you? If yes, are you relying on all those insurances and all those allopathy medicines? Again, I'm telling you, I'm not against for allopathy. Allopathy we really require, but are you healing whatever diseases you are getting? Are you thinking on that front? Say fever, like okay. So let's see where any other question comes. I will explain in detail. So are you knowing that? And that second one, waste removal process. So all that in our body, inner organs are interconnected. What we used to do, say for example, some rat is died in our house. Okay, what we are doing, say for example, we are going for an allopathy doctor. Like our body is not good, we are going to an allopathy doctor. Hey doctor, there is a smell in our home. Like we are saying, like our some problem in our body. The doctor will give you a nice body spray, room spray, then you will apply. Same way he is giving some symptom healing pill. After that, after the effort goes, the room will be decomposed, and the doctor, you will go to the doctor and you will ask, hey doctor, there is a lot of problem in my that room. So okay, now it is 1 lakh sprayer I can give you. Like that, he can supply. So like you need so much of medicine, kind of. I'm just comparing, right? Finally, he will tell you have to change your home, like you have to change the organ. If you go for a naturopath, he may facilitate your thinking process and he will do that root cause analysis, and he will tell, hey, just throw the rat away. Simple. Are you doing those waste removal process, like natural cleansing? Like natural cleansing means there are so many things like hip bath, spinal bath, banana leaf bath, mud therapy. There are so many waste elimination process for all chronic diseases. Are you knowing that? And try multiple things. So in the interest of time, let's see whether we are okay, 2 minutes. I will quickly go to the final session. So why I'm coming here, right? Are you accepting the change? So say for example, for your agile or for your body. Say okay, for your personal front. If I ask the question, who all want promotion? All the people will raise the answer. Head by hand. Okay, but in order to get the promotion, if you want to change, no one will raise the hand, right? So with that, I will go to the key takeaways of Agile. So what I differently did in my previous assignment, I have changed the appraisal system as a team-based appraisal system with take out that individual appraisal system. What differently I have done, like in a football, only striker will be getting that uh, value, but the whomever is helping. So for one customer, but it was very reluctant. I have a lot of challenges, but I have shown it as a model for the customer. Now they are following. I think this is the trend going forward. We are going in agile world, maybe in 1 year term. Team-based appraisal system, like the appraisal system is revealed to the entire team. Okay, how many people are contributing to the business value? How many people are helping when one person is having a trouble? It's a kind of a football team. So that's the thing I can tell. And the business technology handshake. So is your IT team and business team, they are having that key mindset like I have explained initially. If not, we have to do mindset session or executive coaching session for them. So that is my key takeaway I have done. And the third one is outside in thinking to inside out thinking. So people within the team, you may be having inside out thinking. You may know, hey, okay, this is the real problem, but management thinking something else. They may be seeing outside in thinking. how to enable inside out thinking even for outside stakeholder also. There are so many tools, so many mechanism I have done, I have made it. And the fourth one is organizational retrospective. We have created, it is transparent, and with that we have witnessed so many changes. Communities of practice we have handled differently, and agile hack days, how differently we have enabled so many teams with a lot of their thought process ideas. We have enabled agile hackathons and newsletters and value over delivery activity. So we are feeling like, okay, this is what we need, maybe sprint planning or all those, these are all guidelines. Are we customizing this activity over value? Say for example, if we are working on a global scale distributed environment with multi-vendor team, are we customizing? Say for example, Australia is starting their day and you are ending on California. How are you customizing when you are having that your power hours stand up, all the team are doing? How are you doing that extended ceremonies within the geography? These are all value over activity, right? So with it, I will close this agile and key takeaways. So if you have any question, I can take it in between also. Okay, so see, if you are having any disease, if you follow these things, 100% you will cure. So what I put one more thing which I have not kept in my slide. Only eat when you are having hungry. Don't watch your time. Are we putting petrol to our car and diesel by watching maybe every day? After consumption only we are putting, right? So observe your hunger. At least try fasting 15 days once. So the first thing is go to bed 9 p.m. every day. Like there is a free doctor coming from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. The liver time, gallbladder time, and triple warmer time. So that is aligning. If you are waking at that time, that free doctor is not healing you, and you have to wake up by the bio clock. Okay. The second thing, what I was telling you on the toothpaste, forget about all the toothpaste now. Just use gingerly oil. Put one spoon on your when you wake up, one spoon, goggle it for 20 minutes. Don't spit it in your area, because that much of poison, it is cleansing your entire body, right? That much of refillment happening. So use oil pulling, that is second, and do sun gazing and sun bathing. It's an extraordinary technique, I'm telling you. And please do water fasting and gadgets fasting. This is what we are addicted. See, I lost my one of my softwares on my mobile for one day. I could not able to log into my customer network. That much of dependency we are having. So at least one Sunday, put all the devices and do nothing. Just sit idle. Just observe yourself. You will know whatever maybe going to happen. All those things. So do gadgets fasting 15 days once with water fasting, or otherwise do intermittent fasting. Only eat from 9 to 8 hour or 9 hour window. At least do that. Whatever disease it is, you can heal it, and try eat plant-based food, right? So as a breakfast, coconut, raw coconut, normal fruits, normal dry fruits you can eat, and at least you practice whatever yoga meditation, whatever you like it, you do on that day. Don't do whatever somebody is pressurizing. Whatever you like it, that is what the lacking in your body. And finally, live in the present. Don't keep your, your anxiety about the future or wavering over past. Keep your intellect in the present, enjoy it, and have a good time. And I'll take the question. Thank you.
Thanks, Lakshmi. Folks, you can add your questions on the chat, and probably the first question that we have is from Mamta. How are you applying these techniques while coaching the teams? This was in a couple of slides back when we were talking about the self-healing of the body as well as comparing with the teams, right?
Okay.
So the question is, how are you applying these techniques when coaching the team?
Excellent question. That's what it should come within. So normally, I will not jump into the cause or immediately onto the action. So I will make them, maybe if I start that Monday, I will ask them, hey, how was your weekend happen? Some personal connect. So in that way, they will focus on all those things, right? they will definitely come and they will align. That's the chemistry session we are talking about. Once you have that chemistry session, even in the multi-vendor environment also, they will feel one team. Whatever we think, definitely I have applied. Sorry if I have answered your question fully. Maybe let me know if you have any other question. Yeah, so the one thing is, like, if you are open with the team, if you are making the platform open, definitely whatever we are thinking, like the subconscious mind record, how to, simple exercise we can give them, they can follow it and observe it. Yeah, any other question?
So there's this statement: agile transformation definitely requires a change in mindset, but this needs a change in ourselves, improve our well-being, and then we change our mindset. I think it's just a
Excellent point.
statement.
Excellent point. Excellent point. See, as the coach, first of all, we have to heal, or we have to change within. Then only we have to. That's what I have given that example of a husband and wife. If we are not fixing all those problems here, we cannot go and change the conflict in the team. So it should be within. Then how to go there? Yeah, yeah. What else?
Thanks. The other thing is, the next question is, you spoke about appraisal being
Yeah,
joint. Could
yeah.
you give more details on that?
Excellent. Okay. Okay, so what I did for one of the customer, I don't want to reveal that customer name. In my previous assignment, they were asking for a, like, agile means like hierarchy, right? We have to do that flat organization. We are all knowing and doing. Are we being with that? Are we really making it as a flat? So how we can do that appraisal? Because a lot of one guy was getting promotion, the same performance other guy is getting, because of some other scenario that guy is not getting. So how we can make it as transparent? So I have been given that empowerment to do that for one customer. So I called the team for a kind of a meeting, and I analyze their plus and minus, and what I, first of all, I hear out them. It depends to the team, every team to team. Okay, then I have heard from them, hey, what else you wanted to change for your thing? So they all have come out of some list, and then I have aligned. Okay, so all this alignment I have added. Okay, if somebody is having some problem, how you are helping? Okay, I will help this. So is this notice to somebody within, maybe at least your team level? Only one is, yeah, that is a good point. So can you make it as a kind of a leaderboard? I'm just doing one or two examples here. So like that. And the second one is, somebody may be triggering a great idea within the team, but that real benefit, somebody in your top management is earning it. So how to ensure that? That is what the power of team here. So we are getting a great idea within the team. Earlier that mindset was, we have to only listen to the mid management and top. Now it is excellent idea can come from a bottom of that thing. So that transparency I have enabled. So with that, that the entire appraisal system I have made it as a transparent to the team, and customer was liking, and with that, now it is applied to that entire PI. That's what I'm hearing that. Yeah, any other question?
Thanks, Lakshmi. I think that really helped. I think we're almost on time as well. We just have a minute. Uh, uh, we can probably wrap up. Thank you,
Okay.
Lakshmi, for taking the time today and sharing with us your experiences and learnings. It was a very interesting session comparing, the agile as well as the self-healing part. And I'm sure the audience found this session very valuable. Uh, Thanks, Lakshmi.